Semen retention is often discussed within the context of energy, focus, and spirituality, but the depth of its influence on personal energy, specifically the magnetic aura it creates, is less often explored. At its core, semen retention is not just a physical practice, but a spiritual discipline that can amplify one's vibrational frequency. The idea of a magnetic aura stems from an understanding of energy dynamics and how energy can be intentionally harnessed and emitted from the body. In this video, we'll explore how semen retention builds this powerful aura, why it happens, and how it can naturally attract respect, admiration, and energetic alignment with the universe. The magnetic aura is not a metaphorical concept. It is a tangible result of the body's increased vitality and spiritual alignment. When a man consciously practices semen retention, his body shifts into a higher state of energy conservation and distribution. This shift not only has a profound effect on his physical health, but also on his mental clarity and spiritual vibrational frequency. It's important to understand this aura as a combination of physical, psychological, and spiritual elements, each of which plays a role in creating an irresistible presence that naturally attracts respect. This is not just about a superficial change in behavior or appearance, but a deeper shift in energy. The energy emitted from someone practicing semen retention is magnetic because it is rooted in the self-control and heightened awareness that this practice fosters. This aura communicates strength, stability, and mastery of one's desires, creating a sense of calm and trustworthiness that others are drawn to. Let's break down exactly how and why this magnetic aura is built. Semen as a source of life energy. Semen is widely understood in many spiritual traditions as not only the source of reproduction, but also a concentrated form of life energy. In traditional Chinese medicine and Taoist practices, semen is referred to as jing, or vital essence, which is considered to be a finite resource that contributes to one's overall vitality and longevity. When a man retains his semen, this life force is preserved and transmuted into higher forms of energy, impacting both his physical and spiritual well-being. The body utilizes this retained energy for healing, regeneration, and enlightenment. When a person is constantly releasing this energy through ejaculation, they lose some of the vitality that could otherwise be used to enhance their spiritual awareness, mental clarity, and physical strength. By retaining semen, men increase their inner reserves, allowing their life force to circulate through their body more effectively. This retained energy flows through their system, enhancing their magnetic aura, which is ultimately an energetic field that others perceive as powerful, stable, and attractive. This energy is not just stored, but it is actively converted into spiritual power. The retained energy acts as fuel for personal growth, making one more attuned to their environment and the people around them. It sharpens intuition and strengthens mental and emotional clarity, which directly feeds into the aura's ability to resonate positively with others. When a man is more in tune with his energy and his surroundings, he naturally begins to radiate respect and authority without having to exert force.
This shift in consciousness is why men practicing semen retention often exude a sense of calm confidence and self-assurance. Their aura communicates a deep understanding of their own energy and a sense of inner balance. People around them sense that they are in the presence of someone who is not easily swayed by external pressures or desires. This mental clarity is amplified through the practice of meditation, mindfulness, and other spiritual practices, which men who practice semen retention often incorporate into their daily lives. The aura becomes more than just a physical manifestation. It becomes an embodiment of spiritual growth and inner peace. Furthermore, as the individual's consciousness expands, so does their connection with the universe. The laws of attraction suggest that like attracts like. Those who operate at a higher vibrational frequency naturally attract others who resonate with that energy. As a result, the retained man's magnetic aura becomes a beacon to others, drawing them in not just because of their physical presence, but because their energy matches the frequency of those around them, creating a sense of respect and admiration. This magnetism is a reflection of the alignment between their physical, mental, and spiritual energies. The influence of semen retention on hormonal and physical health. One of the physical components that contribute to the magnetic aura built through semen retention is the hormonal balance that is achieved through the practice. When a man retains semen, his body experiences an increase in testosterone levels. Testosterone is the hormone responsible for driving many of the behaviors associated with strength, confidence, and assertiveness. Increased testosterone not only impacts physical appearance, making muscles appear fuller and more defined, but it also contributes to mental sharpness, focus, and resilience. Moreover, semen retention has been shown to lead to improved overall health, including increased energy levels, better sleep, and enhanced immune function. These physical benefits translate to a healthier, more vibrant appearance, which is an important part of the magnetic aura. A person who is physically well and energized naturally carries themselves with more presence, which is impossible to ignore. People are subconsciously drawn to those who radiate health, vitality, and strength because it reflects the innate life force that they carry within. Through the conservation of this vital energy, a man also cultivates a deeper connection with his body. This body-mind connection plays a significant role in strengthening the magnetic field. The more aligned an individual becomes with their physical body, the more they're able to project an aura of self-assurance. The confidence that comes from being at ease with oneself and one's body is not easily imitated. It is this very confidence that becomes a magnetic force, drawing others to the retained man for respect, collaboration, and mutual understanding. Spiritual practices that amplify the magnetic aura. To fully cultivate the magnetic aura, semen retention is best practiced in conjunction with other spiritual practices. Meditation, yoga, breath work, and mindfulness practices are key in amplifying the effects of semen retention. These practices help to refine the energy and align it with higher spiritual frequencies. Meditation, for instance, helps to focus the mind and channel the retained energy to areas of the body that require healing or growth. It creates space for the individual to connect deeply with their spiritual self, allowing the retained energy to merge with their soul's purpose. Furthermore, semen retention serves as a tool for spiritual awakening. By mastering the desire to release energy, the individual goes through an inner transformation that makes them more attuned to the subtle energies of the universe. This awareness enhances the strength of their aura, making it more attuned to the frequencies of respect, love, and positivity. As they practice stillness and inner peace, their aura becomes like a magnet, drawing in those who are aligned with similar energies. Spiritual growth is often accompanied by a sense of clarity and purpose. The magnetic aura that is developed through semen retention and spiritual practice reflects this clarity. As the individual becomes more attuned to their purpose, the energy they emit becomes more focused and potent. This is why those who are on a spiritual path, especially through semen retention, tend to attract respect and admiration.
The role of self-mastery in building a magnetic aura. One of the most profound aspects of semen retention is its requirement for self-mastery. In a world where instant gratification and unchecked desires dominate, the ability to control one's sexual impulses becomes an act of extraordinary discipline. This self-mastery is not just about physical control over urges, but also about cultivating mental, emotional, and spiritual strength. The practice of semen retention forces an individual to confront their desires, their impulses, and their weaknesses, leading to an inner transformation. Self-mastery is a key component of building the magnetic aura because it reveals to others a profound sense of inner strength. People instinctively respect those who can demonstrate self-control, especially in areas that are so primal and powerful, like sexual energy. The act of withholding one's energy for a higher purpose creates a presence that is composed and grounded. This controlled energy vibrates with confidence, power, and wisdom,
qualities that naturally draw respect from others. When you exhibit mastery over yourself, others sense your ability to navigate challenges with calm and authority. Your aura, therefore, becomes magnetic because it reflects the deep trust you have in your own power and purpose. Moreover, self-mastery is a transformative process that aligns the individual with their highest self. As a man retains his semen, he experiences not only physical benefits, but a mental and emotional evolution. This journey of self-discipline leads to greater clarity and an alignment of mind, body, and soul, ultimately creating a harmonious energy field that others feel. This clarity acts as a beacon, calling forth positive interactions and respectful relationships, making the individual an energy magnet for those seeking strength, wisdom, and stability.
As the retained energy is circulated throughout the body, it enhances the individual's ability to tap into higher states of consciousness. This connection facilitates intuitive insights, creative inspiration, and a deep sense of spiritual alignment. People who practice semen retention often report experiencing a heightened sense of purpose and direction in life. Their actions become more deliberate, and their decisions are guided by a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. This alignment with higher consciousness is what fuels the magnetic aura. The aura becomes a reflection of the divine energy flowing through the individual, and as they become more aligned with their true purpose, they radiate that alignment outwardly. This creates an irresistible attraction, not just on a physical or emotional level, but on a soul-deep frequency. Others are drawn to this energy because they recognize and resonate with the higher spiritual frequency the individual is embodying. The retained energy becomes a beacon of spiritual light, attracting those who are seeking wisdom, clarity, and a deeper connection to the universe. The social and energetic impact of semen retention on relationships. The magnetic aura cultivated through semen retention is not just a personal transformation. It also has profound effects on relationships. Whether in romantic, familial, or professional contexts, the energy a retained man emanates influences the dynamics of those around him. In romantic relationships, for example, the act of semen retention can create a deeper sense of respect and admiration from a partner. The retained energy fosters a more balanced, harmonious relationship where both partners are energetically aligned and can share an elevated emotional connection. In social settings, the aura of a retained man can inspire respect and loyalty from others. People are naturally drawn to individuals who exude self-confidence, emotional balance, and spiritual clarity, and these are qualities that develop over time through the practice of semen retention. Whether at work, in social circles, or within family dynamics, the presence of a man who retains his energy can shift the group's collective energy. He becomes a pillar of stability and calm, someone others turn to for guidance and wisdom. The energetic impact of his presence is undeniable. He becomes a force that attracts respect, admiration, and positive energy, naturally enhancing his relationships. Furthermore, the energy exchanged between the retained man and those around him becomes reciprocal. As others respect and align with his energy, he, in turn, attracts higher quality connections and opportunities. These energetic exchanges create an upward spiral of positive reinforcement, where the man's aura grows stronger and more magnetic, and his relationships become more fulfilling and impactful. By preserving and transmuting his sexual energy, the retained man is not only changing his own life, but also positively influencing the lives of those around him. Harnessing the magnetic aura through semen retention. To sum up, semen retention is not just about physical discipline. It is a powerful practice that builds a magnetic aura by aligning the body, mind, and spirit. This practice taps into the life force energy that is stored within the semen, converting it into vitality, clarity, and strength. The magnetic aura that results is not only a physical manifestation of health and vitality, but a deep spiritual resonance that attracts respect and positive energy from others. The energy field you project when practicing semen retention is a direct reflection of your inner self-discipline, mental clarity, and spiritual awareness. As you continue on this journey, you will notice how others are naturally drawn to you,
how respect becomes a regular part of your interactions, and how the universe aligns with your frequency to bring about manifestation in your life. Through this journey of semen retention, you are not just preserving energy, you are cultivating a magnetic force that resonates with the highest levels of respect, energy, and spiritual growth.